a lot of the situations like post plants on B site, you know, NRG was sort of just grouping up towards long, and they were looking all over the site. Every single round was the same sort of deal from NRG, but just unexpected from the side of Elevate. Well, we'll see what they'll be able to do on attack, because again, attack looked pretty rough for them, and now they're going to be attacking on split, but they've already got a spanner in the works with a Viper on BioticRain.
You know what I want to say. Exactly. You know, somewhere in the corner, Ender's just got to pop up in the chat. It is already telling you that's the worst Viper I've ever seen in the world. But in the meantime, it is excellent choice, I would say, over on this map. I mean, it is from the entire Valorant world, the map where you usually see Viper. Guild played in Europe, for example. Elevate are using it right now. Let's see how useful it's going to be.
Yeah, and of course, the only other switch up on the side of NRG is KOLER's going to take his hands off of the Phoenix and be playing the Raze over towards that A site on split. So setup for the time being seems pretty standard. Daps just dropped some of his utility over towards the B site with that super high camera in B main, and the split up is going to divide off heaven from the B site. So things will probably get pretty slow here from NRG as the rest of Elevate sprint onto the site, and we'll play for that slow retake.
It will very much play for that slow retake. The wall comes, very basic, very standard, and nobody from heaven should see what is happening over on the actual site.
Oh, no.
Miniature takes down daps. Actually, that wall was giving Miniature enough of an idea.
Yeah, I mean, daps tried to go for some spam right through there, but he got a return straight into him. So Miniature did take some damage, and he's going to be playing up on rafters. I like the setup for Elevate here. They've got two playing backside, one pillar, one in B main, but that's a huge concuss.
It is very much huge concuss. You see Miniature right there trying to make a little bit more room for the team, but it's still Elevate. Get frags left, right, and center. Som all on himself. Could be the clutch of a lifetime he could get. First frag found, left-hand side, another one awaits. As he reloads, it's not enough. Bankroft eliminates and takes him out with ease.
That was really close, and you know, if daps doesn't get spammed to the smoke at the start of that round, that's very likely a win there for NRG, because again, like, that was a three-man fault line coming through from the breach there from NRG. That was really, really massive coming through from them. I did catch their eeiu is going to switch over to the breach from the Sova as well, so no more shock darts. We're all going to be sad about that one. But
I have to
split, expected.
I really have to say, I think NRG in the second half of our previous map was as intimidating as you saw the crap right there. Because that is one scary crap, I'll tell you that. But in the meantime, NRG coming in with the classic.
Scuttle Crab. You know Scuttle Crab comes from League of Legends, right? That's the origin.
Now I know. You know, I never played League.
No more charges left.
It's also a League of Legends character on one of the benches, in a sense. So your FPS shooter game, it's not as pure as you think. It's got all the nerdiness of a MOBA written all over it here. Elevate one more time, taking the B site pretty clean here with a smoke to divide off heaven.
Shouldn't be too much coming out of NRG with this. I mean, surely they have their abilities, they have their classic opportunities, and I think finding a few frags right here, one or two, would be already very beneficial. Talking about it, some is blind and still alive for some reason behind that one. As there you go, here comes the Bucky as all the pallets land in the face of ShoukR. Daps is not done, KOLER isn't either. eeiu makes a frag just midair, and things are looking sinister out of nowhere. Bankroft only with 4 bullets, and KOLER is sticking. Pros don't fake, as we all have learned, and the time is ticking in his favor. Oh, KOLER does it!
You hate to see it. KOLER somehow makes it happen. Elevate, by all accounts, should win that round, and KOLER will not only walk away with the round win, but a Vandal on top. It doesn't get any better than that.
How goddamn unsatisfying it must be for Miniature and Co. Really, because they came in with nothing. You see it right there. Their money is enough for the rifles, as they were saving up for that. They were trying to get those at this point in time, and Elevate actually punch in the face big time as they end in the corner of the ring and have to come in with the sidearms.
And I mean, you just have to think about that round in terms of the momentum that is lost from Elevate. Like, losing a second round, but it's losing a second round after you just got really styled on Bind. You know, it was 13-6 against you. Now you're on the attack side on split. That's already going to be tough for you, and you end up losing second after pistols. Like, that just has to be a huge blow to the mental of Elevate here, and can already see they are way more hesitant in their approach towards the A site.
See ya.
And Assam is going for the individual duels. That could have ended way worse, but moves swiftly with the dash.
Yeah, it's the aggressive play Jett's allowed to go for.
True.
There with the dash to escape. I do like the aggression. KOLER gets a double right there. Bankroft shows up right behind ShoukR. daps will get another flawless round for NRG as expected.
Very flawless indeed, but there were still a few moments, for example, back there on B Heaven, or as we saw some here, that could have ended way worse. I mean, that should have been a kill.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Easy stuff coming through from NRG, and now Elevate will have a little bit more to fight back with, but you have to consider now the showstopper in the arsenal of NRG. eeiu is also just 1 point away from the Rolling Thunder too, and while 2 points away from most of the players on Elevate, it's a little bit easier to access those when you're having quite the round here. Big boost up from Som. Will scout out A main. Notice there's not much going on there, but that's because there's 4 players bundled up in mid, but KOLER gets 2.
Oh, it seems like Jeanette Blanchette is very much in the mood to humiliate everybody who's coming close in mid, and, well, to assassinate one after another. No real chance. The start is explosive, and, well, that explosive beginning puts Elevate in the spot. There's not much they can do. 110 left on the clock here, Ender, and most likely a spike that will never get into the hands of their attackers again.
I mean, they've got the smokes here if they want to try and pop on through there, but they see the
what?
spike has got... Oh, KOLER doesn't actually notice the spike is removed. Now he's going to push right up behind the wooden boxes here. The 2 controllers from Elevate headed towards the B side, but it looks like you can see there's already a boost there. effys all the way on top here. He's on 30 HP, but this is not an angle you expect Elevate to necessarily clear here, as there will be Som in heaven for the crossfire.
A legit point you have, but at the same time, it's a bit of an issue that right now might just occur as we see one fall and Som just finally find the frag on BioticRain. It's about to buy time, let the rotation happen. He whiffs another few daggers as suddenly those knives end up somewhere on the ground. Miniature falls, the third is granted. And you mentioned momentum, quickly touching onto that. It would have been excellent momentum as, you know, this is still a very I think actually the most defender-heavy map right now in the pool, if I'm not totally wrong.
Yeah, so from looking at some of the stats, I do believe that it has, if you're looking at win rates, I don't have the exact stats to pull up here, so don't trust me 100% on this, but it has been getting less defense-sided as Sage has been nerfed and we see less of her, because I think Sage's ability just completely locked down the center of the map, made it almost a necessity, and this is one of the maps that you'll still see a lot of Sage on, simply for that purpose, but clearly Elevate are struggling here, and they were trying to use Viper, I think, to make some more aggressive plays on offense. You can see they sent the wall over towards A site, as well as a lurk up through from Miniature's Cypher, so it's a bit of a split hit towards A here as 4 players are going to drop down through vents.
Miniature is once more trying. The deputy's having none of that. Sheriff can't be that much put to work, and the Wild West over on the site of A is going to start immediately.
KOLER hiding out back on site here. Bankroft. Well, KOLER just gets the kill there with the nades. He will get another one onto ShoukR here. And, well, Elevate didn't have much coming into this round with anyways. They're just going to try and sprint over to B, maybe get the spike down. But there's going to be players waiting for him as they make it on over.
Well, you need to use St. Bolt type legs to make such a move as swift as possible, but nope, already tagged and already dead. I mean, you couldn't have it any worse. It is daps who's getting the frag on the manager, the counterpart eliminated. And 4-1 it is. Backing up the numbers I just mentioned, in NSG, for example, split was 43% T side, or more likely attacker side, 57 defender.
All right, Elevate, they need to take some deep breaths here. They got 5 ultimates to work with. That's going to be a solid loadout for them. And you know, if you can take a site with that Viper's Pit ready, well, you're going to be able to hold on to that one very, very easily. So...
Found that yesterday.
Our setup, we got a lot of the sweet Viper gameplay yesterday when we were watching LRS, that's for sure. And NRG are playing pretty aggressively to secure the orb for their Raze. I really like that. Controlling the orbs is one of those ways, just sort of funnel the economy of your ultimates to make sure those are coming out as quickly as possible. Som peeks though and takes out ShoukR. Will slow things down.
eeiu immediately getting some of his own medicine. That hurt, but what we are very obviously experiencing is that B can be ruled out. It is KOLER who tries to make it with the fruit snack, or more likely fruit pack, underneath his feet, but he can't dodge the Cypher wire. It is the A side hit that is coming, and some from behind is only to get one.
All right, now that means the site is now open. Oh no, the tripwire, the nerdiest tripwire way back on the site. daps gets not one, but two. A second on top. Bankroft is able to trade it away. And that spike will hit the ground. Wait, it's a fake, and now he's going to TP back over to B.
Yeah, look how fast he is, though. Very quick realization coming in that this is all so fake. This is all just an act, and seems like this drama might end anytime soon. Quick teleportation from Bankroft over back to the site. As with 70 points of health, you don't have an easy time. They have not seen each other, though. And 8 bullets, once you reload, you will be hurt. You can't stay in there for too long. You have to win a single aim duel. As he moves down to the bomb, the fake has been initiated, and they don't dare. Bankroft is smart enough to really pull, or more likely hold this trigger, sees him, but denial from effys comes in quick.
That's a really good play there from effys. It was pretty clear that effys was expecting the push into alley back up into heaven. That's what his eyes were locked on for the most part. And, well, Bankroft wasn't able to win the mind games in the end. He was playing against the clock. Of course, it could have been a fake, and with only 8 bullets left in the tank, he couldn't realistically go for the spray down through the smoke, so he popped out in that little opening. Punished pretty heavily, but it was daps, I think, as the hero in this round. Of course, got the spam through onto the Viper first, but then it was re-peeking it and locking up Exalt, which really solidified the round for NRG.
I genuinely have to say I did not get the last peek of daps, because he had the 2v1. Could have moved away. There was no immediate threat coming in from the opponent's Omen, but either way, it worked in the end. The 5th round has been secured. NRG right now also with the ability to, as you see right here, 2 bionic hands that could stall the bionic side.
Oh man, here we go. They want to go through mid.
No.
Oh,
that's disgusting.
They're just completely scattered. There, even the Roomba's blinded. Everyone's blind. No one can see. Put some sunglasses on, but watch out for effys on the flank through market.
Yeah, somebody's knocking on the back door anytime soon, and as it happens, knock knock, first found, second not granted, but the information where the spike is now in the hands of NRG. With 60 seconds, they can pretty much play off of that, as all valid information is there for daps and his crew. BioticRain and Code, they just seem to hit a brick wall. They absolutely run out of options. They seemingly have a problem to thrive.
There's
and
another brick wall here.
Yeah.
And it's Psalm's operator. The jump peaks keep coming through, but Psalm, ice cold, holds out the first kill. There for the second.
It's a collateral. It actually made him low HP.
That's brutal. The collat there to take him down low. daps comes in to do the final work there onto Exalt. I mean, it was just such a lovely play from NRG, because once Psalm gets the operator in his hands, he can lock down A site so easily. So they were playing multiple through mid. Exalt just on a sliver right there. You love to see it out of them, making full use of that breach ult.
Excellent work. Individual skill right now has been proven by some. Might have not been his cup of tea, but he's loving the operator in this for sure.
Yeah, and you always want to mix up the sights here on the Jett, and at this off angle. You don't expect it. That's a free kill onto ShoukR. And, well, the fake has been sold a little bit, but there's still 3 players stacked on the A site for NRG, so they're going to make quick work of miniature there as well.
Shadows traveling.
It's just really
What
by
can
the
you
book.
do?
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to say that. It's just by the book they play. They don't give any options, not a slightest bit to elevate. You saw them really sometimes from time to time use the fast style, the risky style that could just be the reckless success. But the way they play is just too solid at this point.
This feels like all the life has been taken away from Elevate. Certainly has from Exalt there. Psalm there for another, but misses. Crucial miss. Bankroft is able to trade off of, but eeiu's just too good there. The Phantom rolls on in, easily deals with the Sheriff.
Well, it's said like this, eeiu is putting a lockdown on right now, and nobody's allowed to trespass. Go out of your home. Stay where you are. Don't move.
I like it. Doesn't work like that in NA, I'm afraid.
You know.
You hate to hear it. You really do.
I remember the time I said just one Donald Trump ad, and it was already the worst. So, getting to it, I think we leave this one out. It is eeiu and Co. definitely dominating at the moment,
Enemy kill.
as NRG cannot stop finding these entries.
Honestly, some heard you talking a bit of shit, I think, at the end of the last map.
True,
You slayed
true.
real aggro with the up. Doesn't get traded out. Maybe not the best there, as Elevate were waiting and ready to punish it, but I mean, BioticRain has still been sitting on that ulti, you know, for 3-4 rounds now. The one round where it looked like they were going to be able to use it, he got sliced down from heaven by daps. So really, they're just hoping to actually make it onto a site. Because I think it was the last time they legitimately made it onto a site with multiple players was round 2 or 3. It has been quite a while for them to get anything done.
Absolutely right. And as we see right here, NRG and Elevate looking to make anything work at the moment. Or more like, pardon, Elevate looking to make anything work at the moment. Taking the way over on ropes. They have tried that one in the past. At least that is one of them. As KOLER back in heaven still has a showstopper. And I think if there's a man interested in stopping the show, it is him. BioticRain falls. No more toxic.
Yeah.
30 seconds
No
left.
more pit. Oh, daps is outside on Raptors here. This could be a big one too. KOLER's taking a lot of the attention here.
I know
Will get cut
exactly
down,
where
but
you are.
daps. Oh, that's a big reveal. That'll spot him on Raptors. Now he has to fall back, but look at that. Spawn is exposed. Elevator just going to sprint back towards the B site in the 2v2. And they have the Rolling
10
Thunder
seconds
for the
left.
post plant.
Yeah, the only logical option here. I mean, Cypher pretty much gave them all the information by dropping the head. Here comes counterpart, and they realize CT is stacked. Bankroft is just awaiting the opposition to come anytime soon, while somebody is taking the long way around, and it might be just successful here.
Oh, daps waiting for the smoke to drop. He gets the...
Oy,
You
oy,
gotta
oy.
be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What can they do there? The 1 versus 2. He comes up clutch. No abilities to be used from the side of Elevate. I mean, you don't expect a Cypher to push into you 1v2 once he gets that information, right? You expect him to go heaven. You expect him to do something else. No, no, no.
It's
daps
confidence.
plays aggro. Daps plays completely fearless.
I just wanted to make the point, because when we right now head away from those wonderful replays, we will see the scoreboard. And that scoreboard is becoming a bit of an issue to me, Andrew, because you see that the frags are just not found by Elevate. Take a look at this. 9 rounds in.
It's not looking great for them, you know. And,
It's dropped.
1 kill BioticRain, 2 kills ShoukR. Haven't been, and again, it's because they've just been getting cut down one by one as they're trying to make it to the site. They haven't actually been able to put the spike on the ground in many of these rounds, and continually you actually see the Omen Raze combo from NRG push out into garage, getting orbs. They're just cycling through these showstoppers from KOLER. Meanwhile, Elevate just been sitting on ults for the majority of the game, and miniature drops again. They keep trying to fight Psalm's Jett with this operator that keeps switching up positions. It's so fluid the way NRG have been playing, rotating this Jett around, so that Elevate never really expect it to be coming from these angles.
And as you see, it's a defense that just might work so well once more. daps can hide, finds the first free frag, and ShoukR already tacked up in the moment. eeiu and Co have heaven under control. The flashbang into the running headshot coming in. Biotic can try it all. He can throw the toxic screen wherever he wants. I think Psalm and Co are not into that. Page number 74 in the Jett operating book. Just watch a VOD of some place.
Look, it just gets fun when you're playing Jett, especially when there are a lot of players already dead, because all of a sudden you're allowed to do so many more aggressive plays, right? Psalm was opping in heaven, went, I believe, all the way back through screens, and then jumped back up onto rafters. That's how he got the peak, got the angle to spot out BioticRain going for the spike there, too. So just having a field day there. It's a complete death match for him, sprinting around, getting all the kills he possibly can.
I love it. I mean, the confidence of the players of NRG seems to be such a vital point why they continuously find success on this map. I mean, and there we had the discussion. I'm touching on this real quick. Viper has to be utilized better, but now it's all about the A sites.
ShoukR's already into the back there. Will be able to remove Psalm. The operator being down is huge. But the counter breach ult comes out. eeiu is able to trade his counterparts. KOLER on ramp.
Backs against the wall. It doesn't seem to be a chance at all. That is
And
the
the
spike
spike's down. It's so tough because Elevate feel, I mean, they're just getting drowned out in
Yep.
the noise
Yep.
here. And trying to use the Rolling Thunder onto A side is so hard. It's a really long sight if you consider where A main is for that ultimate, especially when Som is upping, right? He's going to be playing very deep there, so it's really hard to punish him, get much value out of that ultimate. Again, they're cut down in the process of going for it without the lurks towards mid working or even going for it much at all. They can't get a whole lot accomplished, and you hate to see it. At best, they're going to try to punish this double push out from effys and KOLER that they've been doing just every round, but the nade should slow it down.
It should definitely do so. And as we see right here, KOLER.
No! Stop it!
It's disgusting. I mean, what they're doing right now is just massive. That poor bot has no chance to survive, but it's a clear sign that a good bit more of the crew is waiting in front of the gates of B. But it seems like instead of waiting into the fortress, nope, they'll definitely push out of that. Might be just the exact wrong thing to do. As still eeiu waits to the right-hand side, the free frags are granted. The spray transfer is near perfect, but it's still two that stay alive.
eeiu showing up in a big way right there, and once again, Elevate gets sliced down before they can make their way to a site. That's going to make Elevate think twice about coming back towards B with Som holding down B main. No way they could walk past that, just expecting him to be there. Som now making his way over to Raze. He realizes it's not coming through. daps will see the cross through vents.
And you see he's going to have immediate information. They know it is... Oh, no. They know it is going to the A side. And of course it is Som denying. Of course Som is slapping you in the face like this. One right click to come in. Exalt, get out of here. 11
Som's
to
just
1.
dancing on him. It's like, yeah, I bet you have a flash out. You're about to try and push, but you don't have a lot of time. Take 5 daggers in the teeth.
I mean...
And they don't appreciate that.
It doesn't depend if it's the Vienna Waltz or if it is just ballet. The man's dancing, and he got some swift feet, as we see right here.
Yeah, it looks like eeiu. I thought you had actually taken out Exalt in that initial trade. He took Exalt down to just 1 HP there, so almost the triple from that off angle. I mean, you expect 1 to be in B garage. You know, you expect 2. You don't expect the 3rd. Elevate didn't even bother checking the corner, and that ended up being pretty brutal for them. And remember, Elevate holding on to their tournament lives here. A loss on this map is the 2 map wins for NRG, sends them on and sends Elevate home without a chance to qualify for first strike.
And as we mentioned in the beginning, this is like the qualifier where you have to shut up the critiques. Everybody who's constantly criticizing them. As you know, this team has played only 2 tournaments, or more likely 2 qualifiers so far. It was only first strike qualifiers. Always ended in a way that it was far away from successful, or at least fulfilling the expectations. But this seems to be a strong start in the round of 16.
Definitely coming out without any hesitation. No dropped moments for NRG. You know, Bind did look a little bit closer, but I think they just took all the momentum with that second round, right? Shutting down Elevate on the thrifty round from NRG. They showed up in a big way here. Now NRG just have to piece together 2 rounds on attack. Mitchell will get info on 1 with the shorty. Takes care of business. I love it. He had the classic pistol on the ground to swap over to now. That will make it a 5 versus 4 for the retake.
Spike planted.
It's all very possible still for Elevate to make that move onto that. As we see right there, BioticRain finds KOLER in the process after the bomb has been planted. A great flash that comes in. Exalt is able to help his teammate to get a bit more access to it, but it's not done yet. effys is too much on it. It seems like it's now only done to 1 man. No real chance for the man called eeiu. It's over with the winning streak. It's over with the dream of a 12th, more likely 13-1, but could be still all in the right direction.
Miniature's just been trading pistols around, you know? He started out with the shorty, ended up switching over to a classic, got another kill there, had a ghost at the end of the round, chucked that over to his friend Exalt, who gave the defuse to as well. You gotta catch them all, you know? And Miniature absolutely did it right there. He says, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a Vandal on round 2. Make sure he has the maximum power to carry through into this 14th round, because Elevate must win out from here on. They cannot afford another failure in the 2nd round after winning pistols.
Very true.
Oh, he missed the one-way. BioticRain, you hate to see it. Oh wait, he hit it. Wait, it looks like it fell to the ground. A little confused on that one.
Ender.
My mistake.
I mean, Anders would be really mad at you not knowing this Viper one way is working this way.
I swear, did that not drop to the ground on your screen?
No, it didn't.
Okay, I'm just blind. My mistake.
All
I
good.
must have gotten breach flash during it.
Well, maybe Sky is somewhere around you, but in the meantime...
She's disabled for this tournament, thank God.
Sure. That would have been a mess.
Bomb buddy out.
Well, Bomb Buddy should identify that there's a lot of NRG hiding back there deep in it. daps, in the meantime, will be spotted out by the cam of his opponent. Cypher is going to see that in a second as he tries to even counter cam in. He just puts it right beside him, and they take a look at
Hey,
each
how
other.
you doing?
Hey,
Say
coming
cheese.
over. Well, seems like that was a quick snapshot, but definitely the A side they're going to take.
Oh, Miniature only gets one, though, with the Phantom. That could be brutal. Exalt will show up and get a couple, though. Huge play out of him with the triple. And that puts KOLER in a 1v3.
What a play that's coming out from Exalt. He should have never hit in any of those shots that much with ease, but seems like doesn't even drop a bit of sweat over on that A site. It works in the end for Elevate, as though NRG gets that spike down, giving them a slight bit of an advantage.
Ooh, I
As the
love
full
the
buy comes
little
in.
camera angle inside the ticket booth right there. So I remember right during beta, I don't know if you played this map at all, but there was a glitch basically where you could escape the map and go check out a lot of the rest of what was going on, ticket booths and all that. But look at this from Exalt, just
beautiful.
brilliant. Doesn't slow down at all on the left clicks there. Shows up, gets a couple of kills, but this is going to be the challenge for Elevate. Because you can see Exalt still on the Guardian, BioticRain with the Spectre, even though in theory he could have upgraded that weapon. Elevate are going to need this one.
It's defense. I mean, this map is just highly on defense, but I can't imagine that this is costing NRG split. We're very early into the second half. We're very early into the defense of Elevate. As they fall left, right, and center, the confidence comes in, and that aspect, combined with the pure strength of NRG, is bringing them the bomb down. The spike has hit the ground, and that retake won't be that easy.
ShoukR, Bankroft, you gotta show us a bit of a round here. There's 5 players from NRG. They are just posted up on site. None of this nonsense playing away from the spike. They are all here. The firing squad is ready to go. Utility out just to stall it. ShoukR will try to get his team onto the site. They win the first. Can they win 4 more?
And that's the question. Can they win 4 more? It seems like that has been determined within seconds. As the script has been written, the 12-3 is on the scoreline there on top. Also, the big issue, obviously, KOLER has his ult ready. And if there's a moment to use a showstopper, I think it would be right now. BioticRain, in the meantime, it's the Viper pits that could deny them access or really much hinder them of holding a good post-plan situation.
You know, Elevate put on quite the show yesterday, right? Weren't able to find a lot of good competition against them. Elevate just made quick work of all the teams they ran into, but NRG is a completely different beast today. Not messing around at all here, especially on split. It does not look even close. The pit will go down mid. Try and lock that up, and Miniature wins his first fight, but only by a little bit. 1 HP on the Cypher.
Well, 1 HP on the Cypher is very much done with. ShoukR and Cope, they hold on to the dream for sure. I mean, you shouldn't give up until there's a 13 on top of there. But you see NRG, the room they have taken. effys is having a very chill position under heaven. daps made the move over onto CT. It is problematic. It is very problematic for Elevate to take any room right now, because I cannot imagine they have him on the radar.
Oh,
not at all.
Look where daps and effys are posted up, right? daps is out in alley here, very far forward. You had effys all the way in hell, been there for a long time. So they just had this site locked down, ready to go. daps turns the corner. Get ShoukR. Now it all comes down to Exalt. He has the ulti ready to go, but BioticRain goes down. It's a 1v3. We've seen this before.
Yeah, we have seen this before. Elevate is trying very much, but nope, Exalt got no idea. They got no clue, and they got nothing to work with. That is a stomp, and man, oh man, they have been slaughtered. The butcher in the form of NRG has made some fresh minced meat out of the lads, so no first strike for those guys. But NRG are 1 single round away, a single one, from finally getting where they believe they should be.
It's massive. NRG just completely shut down everything that Elevate tried to do on attack, especially. Like, attack, Elevate looked a bit out of sorts with NRG just locking down sites. I mean, some on Bind, you had some words like, hey, maybe we want to see a little bit more from him. Well, he pulled out the operator on this second map, and every single round, it's a different spot. First, it's A, then it's B, boosted up on the panel, then it's back in A heaven. He's just all around the map. And no matter how hard Elevate tried to dodge away from him, as you can see, he was ready and rearing to go here on the collateral as well. Made it just a one-shot for him. And just put on a show.